stylists are here with us right now because they're going to answer all of your questions. This first one's for you, Bahar. I want to cut down the time it takes to do my makeup in the morning. Are there any products I can mix or skip? I think it's such a valid question. We're busy.
And not only is it a valid question, there are so many answers I could possibly give you.
Right.
Absolutely, when it comes to trying to cut down your routine. Let's say you want a quick 5-minute face. Take a look at what it is either you are looking to hide or what it is you want to enhance. If you wear foundation, try putting it underneath your eyes so maybe you can skip concealer. If you don't wear foundation, then maybe just put concealer underneath your eyes. That'll save you a couple minutes here and there. Same thing with eyeliner versus mascara. Sometimes you can just get away with 2 to 3 healthy coats of mascara. You don't need to spend all that time trying to get a perfect line, and then in the summertime it starts to go down and you cry because your makeup's running. Save yourself the trouble. Also, if you find some 2-in-1 products, that helps. Like I have a cream blush here. You can totally use this as a lip color if you wanted to as well. Another great suggestion, especially because it's summer, is if you were to take your foundation and mix it with your primer, you can get away with that and save yourself a step there instead of having to apply your primer and wait 5 minutes for it to settle in.
Yeah.
The only thing with that is make sure that your foundation and your primer have a similar base. So if you read on the back, if one is a silicone base and the other one also has a silicone base to it, they'll mix okay together. If one is a water base and the other one is a water base, they will mix okay. If you get 2 things that do not mix well, you'll see it on the back of your hand.
Right.
Do not apply that to your face. You will be miserable. It will pill. And I have cried, you will cry. I'm very emotional today.
Yeah, you There's a lot of crying over the eyeliner today.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh,
over the makeup.
Absolutely. So that's the key thing when you're going to mix products, especially for a base. Just make sure they have like a good solid foundation to match each other.
Okay. I know a lot of women like to skip the eyeshadow too. Like, you probably don't need it, right?
No.
Okay, Trace, every time I apply false lashes, they end up going on crooked. You know I never try this because I have you.
Yeah.
Can you give me tips on how to apply them properly? And this is, I mean, you've taught me how to do it before, and you have to focus.
You have to focus.
You have to focus.
You have to focus, you have to practice. So I got a couple of tips here, okay? First, use tweezers. If you're new to putting on lashes, use tweezers. Like me, I have fat fingers, and you're not gonna get the precision trying to get the lashes on, so I say use tweezers because you can really get in there and place it where you wanna place it.
Okay.
When you're doing your glue, now I like to just kind of put a little dollop like that on my hand and kind of take the eyelashes and run it along like this. You could just go directly from the jar like this, or from the tube directly on, but I find sometimes you get too much product on it like that. Here's another tip with why they could be going on crooked. You want to wait. You might see makeup artists who wave like this or blow like this. What we're doing is we're trying to get the glue to be tacky. If you put it on directly onto your eye when the glue is still very wet, it's going to slip, it's going to move. That's how it gets crooked, okay?
Right.
So here is the big tip. When you're applying, make sure you're not looking directly into a mirror straight ahead like this. Most of the people are trying to look straight ahead like that, and your eye is open. What you want to do is you want to get a compact mirror, put it just beneath your face like that. That way your eye is halfway closed, but you can still see what you're doing and you have access to the eye. You see what's happening here? If you look straight up, I can't get in there. I can't get in there. If I lower the compact, I can place it exactly
It's so fascinating.
where I need
Don't
it.
You just want to lean in and get a close up.
And now that everybody's looking at me, I'm going to mess this up.
No, you're doing it. It's
and
good.
get it right in there.
But once I find you get it even a little bit on, you can move it around.
You can move it around if it's tacky.
And figure out where it's supposed to go.
Exactly. See how I just placed it?
I say we give her a hand for that.
Oh, yes!
That's perfect. Not bad, baby. All right, Kirk, any tips for applying bronzer to my face without looking orange?
You know, I heard this and I thought, well, who looks orange with bronzer on? And then I thought about that, reality star businessman who's running for something in the States, I think, who always seems to look orange. And I'm like, well, clearly it can happen.
He needs your advice. Help him.
All right. In many ways, yes. Where do we start? Anywho, moving on. The thing is, if it's a bronzer, like a bronzing powder, you want to look something, if you're worried about it looking too yellow or orange or golden, look for something with a red undertone to it. it. I mean, some people, it depends on your skin tone, whether you can carry it off or not, and how it's going to look on you. But if you want to play it safe, and I got one here, I don't know if we'll be able to see this or not, but this is a really nice neutral. It says it's gold on the name, but it's very neutral, so it's very easy to, there it is. Very easy to wear, and it won't look all sort of golden and orange on you. It just gives you that hint of color. The other thing to do is when you're applying it, for us who are fair and we just want to look like we've had a little bit of sun, but safely, is just to put it through the center panel where the sun normally would hit and blend outward, so you're not like
Don't
got this
put it
weird
everywhere.
kind of undiscolored look on your face.
Yeah, oompa loompa.
Yeah.